The Select Board narrowed down the fire chief search to 2 final candidates and conducted public interviews with the finalists.
We initially screened 11 applicants that were put forward to us. We chose to interview 8. And from that group, we invited 4 really impressive candidates to participate in the assessment center. And then we are tonight presenting 2 well-qualified candidates for the final interview.
Happy New Year. I appreciate being invited to this step of the process. So again, my name is John Ignatowitz. I'm 44 years old. I live in Pelham, New Hampshire, which is about 48 miles from here. Interested in the fire service from a very young age. My mom used to sit me in front of the TV to watch Emergency, and then that graduated into the Boy Scouts of America Explorer program, where I really got my first taste of the fire service. From there, I was hired on a call department in my hometown, and I began my true education from there. Graduated high school, went on to college, eventually was hired full-time with Pelham in 2001, and I've been there ever since. Promoted to lieutenant in 2009, deputy chief in 2022 in an acting role, and then most recently, unfortunately, our fire chief had an injury, and he was out, so I filled in as acting chief since then. On my personal life, I'm married. We have a beautiful home up north that we built with friends and family and my wife. We like to get up there and break away and kind of relax with other friends and family. And that's about it. As far as Hopkinton, what interests me in Hopkinton, very similar size to Pelham, although it's a little bit bigger. It's the next step. A little bit busier, more personnel, greater room for growth for my career, and I think for anyone in the fire service, it's a lifestyle where you want to take the next step, and I think Hopkinton will provide that.
Well, I'd like to thank the board for giving me this opportunity tonight in the search committee. For everyone that doesn't know me, I'm Gary Daugherty Jr., the Interim Fire Chief Emergency Management Director. I've been in this role since July. Since taking over, the staff and I have responded to 2 major incidents and 1 major storm. I've drafted a I co-authored a $1 million HFD grant, producing an LNG response plan for the fire department. We are increasing the amount of trade at the LNG plant. We are working to improve our relationship with Everson. Additionally, since taking over, I have laid the groundwork for numerous projects. For me to get here, this journey actually started in the early 90s when I enlisted in the Air Force. I was an Air Force firefighter for six years, got out, came to Hopkinton, been Hopkinton 20 years. Since joining the Hopkinton Fire Department, I became a paramedic, obtained my bachelor's degree in fire science and a master's in public administration. I'm also a Massachusetts credentialed chief fire officer and fire prevention officer. In the near future, I will be graduating from the chief fire officer program at the Fire Academy, and I look forward to working with the board and the community further. Why Hopkinton? Yeah. Well, Hopkinton, I love Hopkinton. My parents moved here in '97. I worked for the DPW that summer, painted all the sewer pumping station. When the Air Force came back, been here 20 years. I've seen this town grow from a small little town to a diverse community of over 20,000. During that time, I've also seen the fire department grow. We're predominantly on-call department and career fire department. What I like about Hopkinton is the challenges that it offers a fire officer. You can be on the Mass Pike to a scenic road. We have residential houses, commercial buildings, industrial buildings. We have hydrant areas and non-hydrant areas. Each of them offer a different challenge to a fire officer. I also like the support that the board and the community give us.
Communication and, always meeting with the town manager and other department heads, that they could always all be informed, and recognizing that other departments will have information that they need and vice versa, just keeping the lines of communication open. I thought they both did well on that.
Points, I think both candidates interviewed very well, and I think would be well served with either of them. However, I think Gary, with his, as he stated, a turnkey situation where he has the experience here in Hopkinton and the issues that are unique to Hopkinton, really kind of really struck out to me. But I thought John was excellent in his management style, in his approach to management versus leadership, and he's definitely a capable candidate.
I thought that he answered his questions as well as he could, and that he would be a great chief anywhere. But I thought Gary just has the knowledge of Hopkinton. He just has the budget. He has everything to hit the ground running right now. And that's what we need, I think, at the moment.
Has the experience and expertise, and talked about also his leadership style, which was very impressive, and his people management, focus on people. I like that. And Gary certainly also stood out, and I think expertise wise they're very similar, and Gary's thoughts on people and leading, and how he also gave the credits to the team, I like that. I think that's very important as a leader. And I also liked his views and vision on diversity, as Amy mentioned. His experience with grants certainly stood out as unique as well. And I liked the details that Gary provided in all the questions, examples and more relevant details.
Experience. He obviously has some really tremendous experience here in town that's very relevant and resonates with us because we've experienced it together. But for example, taking the LNG concerns, or taking the Easter morning fire, and then translating that experience, that challenge, into active programs that he has pursued in town subsequently, I think is very meaningful to me. So the smoke detector work and the extra presence in the community, and making, taking that manual. I think, Amy, you might have mentioned it, a couple of people mentioned it, but taking that manual and making it actually more actionable and usable is really very important.
Madam Chair, I move the motion to appoint Gary Daugherty as the fire chief, and subject to negotiation of the contract.
Successful negotiation
of the contract, and also to empower the town manager to
and town council
to do the negotiation and the contract.
Second.
Okay. Is there any further discussion?
Yes.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Well, great job. Congratulations.
Thank you.